and gentlemen, boys and girls, wrestling fans of all ages, it is Aussieverse. Thank you for joining me. I am Omnibeau, and I am here to talk about SummerSlam Night 1 that just finished. Now, I am starting to realize that with me doing these wrestling videos, I am not the best reviewer. I tend to just either say yay or nay. And, you know, there's obviously some facts and some things that I can talk about at different points. But, you know, when I've been doing these solo, I've realized that, I think more of these are just going to be, you know, opinion pieces as opposed to reviews necessarily. But hopefully when we do get more people on the show and they're free because the time zones just absolutely suck, then we can get more of a discussion going. But the one guy that has been able to power through and stick with me throughout these videos, I do have to thank, and he is here today to join me. It is the one and only Papa Wheelie. How are you, brother? Thank you very much for joining me, man. If you guys want to check out his own content, go to his YouTube channel now where he has his own wrestling content, Sweet Chin Music content, I believe it's called. And also go check out his Instagram. He's got lots of stuff going on there as well. I trust you are well, Papa. Christina, thank you very, very much. Really appreciate the support. Did you watch it at all, Christina? So, Papa, I was just saying that, you know, when I'm doing these sort of solo, I think instead of calling them a review, they're more just going to be my opinions because it's, you know, I'm not that much of a reviewer with wrestling. I've started to realize, you know, unless I can talk about it with a bunch of people, which, you know, always helps. So I guess the thing I want to ask you, man, is was it a yay or was it a nay for you? And the reason why I ask is because every match, well, except for the first one, but every match really up until the main event, I was not entertained. I didn't think it was that great, especially for a WrestleMania. SummerSlam. I just expected more, man. You know, the entrances were lackluster as normal, I guess. There was nothing grand about it. And, you know, give up on saying that you have a celebrity host because you don't. You've just got one person coming out for like 5 minutes saying something and then you never see him again. You gave it a 7.5. Is that because of the main event or the whole thing, though? Oh, yeah, really? Okay, man, because, dude, I was just, you know, I mean, it was like, you know, maybe I'm being too harsh. It was entertaining, I guess, and I watched it all, but it's just SummerSlam? Come on. All right, let's start from the top, right? You got Jey Uso, Roman Reigns versus the Bronze. Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker. Now, Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed had a lot to prove tonight, and I feel like Bron Breakker was just incredible in this match. I think he was really, really good, man. If anybody else wants to join the conversation, feel free to click that StreamYard link. Jaden, thank you so much. CFO, need to go. Those entrances were so mid. See what I'm talking about, man? That's exactly what I reckon. Bro, I just seen what happened. Pretty cool, and it was. We'll get to that. Jay's entrance is always too long, man. Yeah, it is, man. Yeah, it is. It's always too long, man. Come on. I like the dude. I do. But, you know, how long are you doing this for, man? Come on. But, yeah, man, the first match was pretty good. I got to admit. And I really like how Bronson Reed came out with Roman Reigns' shoes because him stealing those shoes was quite an odd move. And, you know, like not really odd in real life, I guess, because people's kicks do get stolen, but an odd move to see on TV in the wrestling, right? And I'm glad that they sort of paid it off with Bronson coming back out with those shoes. It was like a trophy. Like, look what I've taken off him, man. That was pretty good. The Great Legend Show. Yes. Hulk Hogan, RIP indeed. And how classy of WWE to do a continued salute to Hulk Hogan, regardless of the controversy or regardless of what people thought of him. It was very, very classy to have, what was it, SmackDown first, then Raw, and even a good mention tonight in SummerSlam. That match was a solid 9 out of 10. Yeah, it was good, man. I've got to admit. It was a good match. It was a great opener. Everybody did really, really well. And I expected the rest of the PLE to sort of follow that. And I just don't feel like it did, man. I just don't feel like it did. Did you like the outcome of the main event? Yeah? Okay. All right. So then Bronson also, by the way, outdid himself with a couple of moves. He, man, makes Australia proud. Good on you, Bronson. Moving on, we've got Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss versus Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez. What do you think of that one? By the way, I also forgot to mention Roman Reigns and his flying over the top rope and overshooting. And man, did that look like that could have been dangerous. And thank God for Roman Reigns, he looks to be completely fine. But dude, man, like he flew. Roman did. But anyway, sorry. Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, and Raquel Rodriguez. This was interesting. This was interesting. I think they all performed really well. I guess, you know, it's I shouldn't shit on it because it was a good match. But I don't know. You know, maybe my judgment is clouded as an overall night thing because now when I think about it, this match was pretty good. Is this 8.5, 8.5 for this match, Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair? Yeah, okay. What did you think about the whole Alexa punching Charlotte and then Charlotte getting up and looking a little sinister for a minute, but then she didn't do it and then they did win? Did you like that outcome? You were for that popper. Okay. All right. What did you guys think in the chat? It was. Would you have wanted some other sort of outcome? How do you feel now about Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez not having the title? Where will that storyline go? Will they still care about Roxanne Perez in the Judgment Day now that she hasn't got gold? We will have to tune in to Raw to find out. We also want to give a shout out to our 4 lifers. These are our paid members. Thank you to each and every one of these individuals. It gets you a few perks. If you want to support Aussieverse in a different way, the best way to do it is by subscribing to the channel. Please do that and let's Aussieverse grow together. We are also sponsored by Comic Bookaroo. A word from them very, very soon. After that match, we had Karrion Kross versus Sami Zayn. Now, Popper, hang on. First of all, Charlotte will slap her back soon enough. Yeah. Do you like Charlotte Flair? Yeah? Okay. Because so do I. I got to admit. But Karrion Kross, not only on a pay-per-view premium live event, but SummerSlam. So this was really cool because I've been dying to see Karrion Kross elevated, and hopefully he is, and it's not just a one-off because his contract expires in the next month, I believe. So we just don't know what the future holds for Karrion Kross. Did they give him SummerSlam to entice him to stick around, or is it a bit of a switch bait, whatever that term is? You know what I'm trying to say. Sami Zayn, I just don't care. Sami Zayn needs a new persona. He needs a new gimmick. He needs some darkness for me to care about him. WWE Movie Maker. Hello. I can't say I've seen you before. Thank you very much for joining. Karrion Kross and LA Knight might have to go to another promotion and get a main event shot there. Well, yes, absolutely. But I hope it doesn't come to that. Who's LA Knight fighting tomorrow? I can't remember. If anybody does, put it down in the chat, please. Popper said 7 out of 10. Sammy don't need the effing push. Cross needed it. Absolutely. 100%. 100%, man. I love Karrion Kross. Let's get him more. And you know what? He's not on the card. He's not on the card. That's bad, man. That's bad. That's bad. So, yeah, Karrion Kross lost, and I'm not down for that. I am not down for that. Next, we had Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton. Who was in on the card? LA Knight. Are you gonna say he is on the card? No, he's not on the card. All right. Next up, we had Jade Cargill versus Tiffany Stratton. This one, the outcome of this one was a surprise to me. What about you? Did you expect Jade to pull the 1, 2, 3? Because I certainly did. And when she didn't, that shocked me, man. I'm glad Jade didn't, because it is her first attempt at a singles title. And I'm glad that they didn't just give it to her. Tiffany, man, she seems a little unbeatable now. She's really pile driving through all of that competition. But they both looked really good. Thank God there was no wardrobe malfunctions, because those two have had them quite a bit recently. And I've got to admit, thought went through my head, is it going to happen again? And it didn't. So that's great. And Tiffany just keeps powering through these people, man. Jade didn't seem as green in this match as she has in others. It looks like she has progressed a little bit. So I'm hoping that continues. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, or did you also think Jade was just the exact same? Popper says 8 out of 10, but happy for Jade, and Tiff is always hot. Yeah, well, that's true. I think they're all hot. That's just me. But yeah, still, they could have done so much better with these entrances, man. Fucking SummerSlam. All right, 2 more matches. We had Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre versus Jelly Roll and Randy Orton. Dude, this one, well, the first half of the match bored me because it was very, very typical. Make Jelly Roll look strong. I think that was the aim of this match, and it succeeded because even myself, I'm like, wow, man, that, I know they're putting it on a lot, and but even with the acting, it's still a workout, man, and it's still a lot. So you got to give the guy credit. I doubt I could do that. As much as I'd like to think I could. But it was entertaining. It was very entertaining. So I liked it, and good on Logan Paul for being able to take it as well, as much as he gives it. We knew what we were getting with this match. Yeah, 100%, man. I did expect Jelly Roll and Randy Orton to win, though. Did you? Yeah. Which, to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre won, because they should have. Regardless of Logan Paul, he's definitely got a lot more. He's been in the ring a lot more than whatever Jelly Roll's done. Will we see Jelly Roll again? No doubt. I'm sure we will. But, good on him. Good on him, man. I mean, I've been impressed with Jelly Roll. The other day, he hosted that Saturday night Jimmy Kimmel or one of those talk shows, and he was really good. He was really good hosting, and I was really impressed with the work that he did, man, because being able to do that, not everyone can do that gig, man. Being able to read those cue cards and be funny and make it out as if it's coming off the top of your head, and, being entertaining. So well done, Jelly Roll. I've got to give credit where credit's due, man. And last up, we had CM Punk versus Gunther. Papa Willie says Jelly Roll took that table spot great. Yes, I think all of them took their spots pretty well, man. But yeah, Jelly Roll really did, man. I'll be interested to see if there's actual any injuries, like no matter how minor, with Jelly Roll. That'll be interesting. But yeah, CM Punk versus Gunther, man. And this was such a good match. You know, it was so good. The first few minutes, I wasn't really sure, but the longer this went for, the better the match was. And I love matches like that, where it's not necessarily, you know, one person doing the damage for 5 minutes and making themselves look good, and then the next person doing the same thing for 5 minutes and chop and change. This was really brutal given the circumstances of where CM Punk is and where Gunther is as well. This was, 10 out of 10, absolutely. Well done to CM Punk for no doubt, you know, I'm assuming turning around to Gunther backstage and saying, I want you to effing give it to me. I want you to lay into me, and I want this to look as hard-hitting and as real as possible, because I don't think you can fight that way without getting that approval from the other person, right? And these two just went absolutely freaking chop, man. Jeez, you know, did you see Gunther's chest? I've seen people chop Gunther for longer and him not get like bleeding on the chest that quickly, you know? And then with the juice, the blood, do you reckon that was scripted or? Yeah, you do. Yeah, so do I. But it looked like a broken nose for a sec. That's what I thought had happened. And then CM Punk winning. He finally did it. He finally, after 11 years? I don't even know how long it is now, man, but years claiming that world title. And oh my God, I was just loving it. I was all for it. And then WWE pulled off what some people would call a great swerve. Some people would say is predictable. Some people would be absolutely shocked and loving it. This is what makes the entertainment of World Wrestling Entertainment so fantastic. Because Seth Rollins injured himself the other day, and no one knew if it was real or not. Papa says, I called it in a wrestling chat. I called it in a wrestling chat. I don't know what you're saying, but I know that you're saying that you called it, okay? You called it, and fair enough. I'm glad that you did, because I wasn't sure, man. I wasn't sure. So the reason why I wasn't sure is because they sold it so much, you know, on social media. He's with his daughter, you know, going for a walk on crutches. They're saying that he's the whole next year is in jeopardy. And then there were reports that said that Seth Rollins was actually injured like a week or so before. So the injury that we saw on television was fake, but he's actually injured. And this was just a way to show that injury on TV. So I didn't know where this was going, man. I didn't know if it was real or not. So in the back of my mind, watching SummerSlam, obviously I had, is Seth Rollins going to cash in, right? So it kind of ruined it a little bit just in that way. But when he did do it, it was still a hell of a surprise. And it was still a shock. And I still couldn't believe it. So well done. That was absolutely fantastic. Maddie says, can't stay because I was gone today and haven't watched SummerSlam Night 1 yet. I'm so sorry if we spoiled it. I just wanted to say, Aussieverse for life from the womb to the tomb. Thank you very much, brother. Sorry, I don't know why that one came back up. That's old school heel work. That is, man. It is, right? And I wish people did that, man, more often, dude, because if you're going to get people like me, someone that's been watching it for 40 years and still get swerved, that's fantastic, man. That's fantastic. And now imagine Raw. Imagine CM Punk and Seth Rollins now, man. Oh, this war is going to go amazing. I am so excited for the future of this storyline. So I'm guessing that was your favorite part of the show, because it was for me, man. Anything else you want to talk about? While you do that, we'll have a quick word from our sponsor, Comic Bookaroo, and we'll be back with the final thoughts. Comic Bookaroo, proud sponsors of Aussieverse for all your comic book needs. Graphic novels, hardcovers, omnibuses, single issues. Don't forget to pre-order every Sunday at Comic Bookaroo. All right. So as we wind down now, the future is hopefully looking a little less convoluted with WWE and their shows. We have Clash in Paris, I think, is next month. And after that, man, I don't even know. I think they're going to Australia, November maybe. I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll be sure to give my thoughts. Hopefully Papa will be joining us and some other people. If not, well, we'll just truck through and see what happens. If you are interested in other content, please check out the other playlists. We do comics, we do music, we do all sorts of stuff. Closing thoughts from Papa is Rollins and Punk will last until WrestleMania 42. And Punk will get night 2 main event. I hope you are right. Because I agree with that, man, and I'm looking forward to it. We will catch you next time. As always, Aussieverse is and always will be for life. Go check out Papa on his Instagram and especially his YouTube for his own wrestling content, plus more gaming. He does gaming. You like that? Go check him out, man. All right, we'll catch you. Thank you very much. Bye.